All right, let's talk about something we've all experienced. You're in a tense conversation, maybe a big argument, and then nothing. Just silence. You know, it's one of the most powerful and maybe one of the most misunderstood things we do. But what if going silent isn't at all what we think it is? So that's the real question, isn't it? Is going quiet on someone, giving them the silent treatment, is it always meant to be a weapon? Is it always some kind of passive-aggressive punishment? Or could something else be happening? Let's kind of challenge that idea for a minute. I mean, let's be real. This is usually how we see it, right? Our knee-jerk reaction when someone goes silent on us is to think they're doing it to us, that they're intentionally using silence as a way to inflict pain or to gain some kind of control.
Yeah, we see it as punishment. We see it as manipulation or as a clear tactic for control. Heck, it's basically the definition of ghosting in a lot of situations. And look, it absolutely can be used that way, but that's not the whole story. Not even close. So let's try to flip the script on this. What if we stop looking at silence as an attack on them and start seeing it as a strategy for you? This is where we get into a concept we can call the disappearing act. It's a total reframe. And this right here is the absolute heart of it. The key idea is that you're not vanishing to play some kind of mind game. You're stepping back to work on yourself. The silence isn't a performance for an audience of one. It's you retreating to your own garage to do some much-needed repairs. So what does that really mean? Well, the disappearing act is a conscious choice to withdraw. The goal isn't to get a reaction. It's not about making them wonder where you are. It's about creating the mental and emotional space that you need to breathe, to think, and to heal, away from all the noise of the conflict. Okay, so how does this actually play out, psychologically speaking? Let's get into the mechanics of it. Because when you strategically pull back, something really fascinating happens in the dynamic, even if that's not your main intention. Think about it. Most arguments follow a predictable script. They push, they expect a pushback. They provoke, they wait for you to get angry. It's like a dance. But when you offer them nothing, just total silence, you're not just refusing to play your part. You've basically torn up the entire script. And the effect of ripping up that script is huge. Instead of putting all their energy into winning the fight, their brain is forced to hit the brakes and switch gears. Their internal monologue goes from, okay, here's my next comeback, to, wait, what just happened? Why aren't they fighting back? It's a really simple but incredibly effective three-step chain reaction. First, you withdraw. Second, their expectation of a fight is totally shattered. And third, in that instant, any power they were getting from getting a rise out of you, it just evaporates. It's gone. You've taken your power back by refusing to play their game. And that brings us to the most critical part of this whole idea. Because while that power shift is real, it's just a side effect. It's not the main event. The real goal, the whole point of the exercise, is you. This is it. This is everything. By creating that silence on the outside, you finally give yourself the chance for focus on the inside. All of that mental energy you were burning, trying to anticipate their next move, trying to craft your reply, suddenly it all comes flooding back to you. So what do you do with all that reclaimed energy? Well, you use it to work on yourself. You use it to heal, to finally get some clarity away from all the drama. You're not just pausing a toxic cycle. You're actively breaking it by refusing to pour any more of your energy into it. It is the ultimate act of self-preservation. So let's wrap this all up with one last thought on power. We need to redefine what strength really looks like in these situations. We're so often taught that power is about having the last word, but this whole framework suggests something totally different. Because really, when you think about it, the greatest display of power isn't controlling someone else's behavior, it's mastering your own. The disappearing act isn't about manipulating them, it's about managing you. It is the highest form of self-control. So I'll leave you with this to think about. In those moments of intense conflict, where does your true power actually come from? Is it in the cleverness of your comeback, the volume of your voice? Or is it in the quiet, unshakable decision to protect your own peace?